What's going on? Sorry, I'm a little late, guys. Took me a little time to get out the house. Wait for you guys to come in. Whoa.
When you're born, it's too big of a moment to comprehend it. Hugging family allows me to grasp.
Thank you guys for stopping by. Appreciate you guys for spending your time with me today. So today we're going to be reading a new book. I haven't made a PDF of it yet. I'll try to do it by today. We're in this book, The Christ Within. I haven't made a PDF of it yet, but I'm going to get to it as soon as I can. The sun is shining, man. Oh, man. That's so nice. Finally get some sunlight here, man. So, we are going to start, man. In fact, let me turn on this music a little bit. So, hold on. I have to look for the page. Wait a minute, guys. Hold on. Before I get to the actual chapter, there's a beginning part in this book that's real prevalent, and I want to read it. Let's read this because this is called The Christ Within, and this was supposed to be like the words that were taken through a channeling. And if you guys don't know what channelings are, that's pretty much when they go in the state of being able to connect with the spirit realm. Our people did it pretty often. The Catholic Church said it was witchcraft and things of that sort. But let's read this because this is very important. Tell me if you think that these are the words of the Messiah or not. I am the one who has been among you and who you have come to know as Jesus. Sorry, someone's calling my sister. I got so much stuff I'm carrying. It's my sister's friend. All right, let's continue. I am the one who has been among you and who you have come to know as Jesus. I am not the Jesus of your church tradition or the Jesus of your religious writings. I am Jeshua ben Joseph. I have lived as a man of flesh and blood. I did reach Christ's consciousness before you, but I was supported in this by powers which are beyond your imagination at present. My coming was a cosmic event. I made myself available for this. It wasn't easy. I did not succeed in my endeavors to pass on to the people the immensity of the Most High's love. There was much misunderstanding. I came too early, but someone had to come. My coming was like throwing a stone in a large fish pond. All fish flee and stones sink into the deep, though there are ripples noticeable long afterward. One might say that the kind of consciousness I wish to convey did its work underground after that. At the surface of the pool, there was constant ruffles, well meant, but misguided interpretations rose to meet and fight each other in my name. The ones who were touched by my energy, moved by the impulse of Christ's energy, could not integrate it with their psychological and physical reality. It has taken a long time before Christ consciousness could set foot on earth. Hold up, it's windy. But now the time has come. Come on. Sorry guys, windy. But now the time has come, and I have returned to speak through many, through all, and to everyone who wants to hear me, and who has come to understand me from the quietness of their hearts. I do not preach, and I do not judge. My sincerest hope is to speak to you of the vast and unfailing presence of love, accessible to you at any time. I am part of a much larger consciousness, a greater entity, but I, Jeshua, am an incarnate part of that entity, or a field of consciousness. I do not much like the name Jesus, for it has become so caught up in distorted version for what I stand for. Jesus, quote unquote, is owned by the church traditions and authorities. He has been molded to fit the interests of the church patriarchs for centuries, so much so that the prevailing image of Jesus is now so far removed from what I represent, that it would truly please me if you could just let it go and release me from that heritage. Wow. Oh man. Stop calling him Jesus, bro. For him, he does not like it. He doesn't. I am Jeshua, made man of flesh and blood. I am your friend and brother. I am familiar with being human in every way. I am teacher and friend. Do not fear me. Embrace me like you'd embrace one of your kin. We are family. So that was a really nice little writing. Now let's get to the chapter of what I wanted to go into. That is page 195. So noisy out here, man.
I'm in a different Vegas with a slot machine for part animal and curious as a
It's real noisy.
Head to a bar. No, wait, that's actually the last stage. And
I am the voice of earth. I am the angel Gaia. And that's, I call that Pachamama, because Gaia is just the Greek way how to say it. Pachamama is the Quechua way how to say Mother Earth. So that's why I use that. You deaf in New York, Jersey representing over here. Yeah, I know how dang noisy it is, man. I am the voice of earth. I am Angel Gaia, who speaks to you and is present within you. I am in the blood that flows through your veins, and your body cells are a part of me. You see, guys, this is what it says in where? In the Essene Gospel of Peace, Book 1. Every time people call my channel, it's like, what is this Pachamama you keep talking about? And each time I say, just read the Essene Gospel of Peace, chapter 1. Now, here's another one you could read. Peace be upon you. Shalom. Thank you for stopping by, sister. I am the angel who inspires planet Earth and who is embodied by Earth. I speak to you from the deepest core of Earth, and I would like to tell you of the transformation that is taking place within us both. I need to find a quiet area, bro. Like noise bothers me, bro. And I know I'm saying that while playing music, but it's just so like the live stream isn't too bland. But I might even turn off the music later. Oh no, I miss you guys too. And it's not because I'm not talking about physically, bro. You already know I'm not talking about physically because I never met any of you physically. Now let's continue. I am the earth who inspires planet Earth. I am the angel who inspires planet Earth and who is embodied by Earth to speak to you from the deepest core of Earth. And I would like to tell you of the transformation that is taking place within us both. So much is changing on Earth, and awareness is penetrating into people that things can no longer continue on Earth the way they have for centuries. Humanity is waking up and is gradually remembering where it comes from and who it is and what is its destiny. Now, someone has pointed out that, again, I don't know how true it is. That's why I've never shared this before. But they've said that, quote unquote, Eve or Kawa, when she passed, she turned into Mother Earth pretty much, like the angel of the earth. Now, I don't know how true that is, but that's an interesting thing to note. Very interesting indeed. Shalom, brother and fam nation. Thank you for stopping by. You good, bro? Here for the word, noise is relevant. Thank you, bro. Okay. Let me continue. And awareness is penetrating into people that things can no longer continue on Earth the way they have for centuries. Humanity is waking up and is gradually remembering where it comes from and who it is and what is its destiny. Humanity is a bridge between heaven and earth, a channel between the two realms of being. Humanity carries a starlight that can touch and inspire Earth. The starlight for which I have been waiting, so we can truly work and create together. You form that channel between heaven and earth. The starlight that burns in you wants to take shape here, in the same way that the life force takes form on Earth, by the way of the light of the sun. See, a lot of this stuff, man, it really does sound like how our people worship the Most High. And I don't remember how many live streams ago it was, but I shared, I think it was the coming of Pachamama, the last one I did on this topic. You know, I shared the fact that we're actually supposed to worship the Most High through the Watchers, right? Read and walk at the same time. Yeah, it's just windy. That's the only problem. I don't want to bother these birds, so I'm not gonna walk over there. Let's continue. You form that channel between heaven and earth. The starlight that burns in you wants to take shape here, in the same way that the earth life force takes form on earth by the way of the light of the sun. The sun gives all of the life on earth. The sun is the ultimate power on earth, right? I, planet Earth, receive the light and warmth of the sun, and because of that, life flourishes in and on me. These forces are also present in you. A sun lives within you. A sun lives within you. So a piece of the sun or a piece of fire lives within you, right? And that's kind of connecting back to what we went over with that one video I did on the wands and stuff like that. How there's a fire in us, and activating that fire, that allows us to have effects with our prayers or whatever you're asking the Most High to do, because you have a piece of the Most High in you, right? That's why our bodies have all these different elements in it. They're made out of all these different elements that the earth is made out of, because we are one and the same. We truly are. Okay, let's continue. Every soul is a star of light, a sun in and of itself. And this sun wants to manifest, wants to take form in matter. And why? Because the nature of creation is creativity. It wants to take individual form and become visible. And at the same time, it wants that individual form to be connected with all the other forms in creation. We are all one. All of these creations of the Most High, we're all one being, right? Split off into these different subsections. And this is why we're supposed to truly see the humanity, you know, in all of the Most High's creations. So when we upset each other, we have to really remember that, right? Like, yo, like, this is the Most High's creation at the end of the day. And just don't cross a certain line. You know, love others like you'd love yourself, like you'd love your own children. I've come across so many people who are just like on that, yeah, brother, you're my brother, or you're my sister, right? They'll act like that, but then they'll do very evil things. Like they forgot they called me their brother because I did one thing that annoyed them. Now I'm their worst enemy. It can't be like that, bro. You know? There's a oneness in all. We are the earth. We are the trees, the grass, the animals. So if you hurt them, you hurt yourself. Would you punch a baby in the face? You wouldn't, right? It's the same thing, bro. They have the same type of spirit. They're just as innocent as a child. Maybe melanin? I don't know, bro. Honestly. Melanin ain't everything. A lot of evil melanated people. But anyway. Let me see. The essence of the sun is like an angel the essence of the sun is an angel like me, not a mere thing. That essence radiates to me as the light of the sun and becomes manifest and tangible on the surface of this planet as its many living beings, from stone to plant to animal to human. In that way, a dance is visible between the essence of the sun and I, Pachamama, the angel of the earth. It said Gaia, but I don't need to say Gaia. This dance also takes place inside you. To make this dance a thing of beauty, a dance of joy and connectedness, it is necessary that you first embrace both elements in yourself. Page turn. Your starlight as well as your roots in the earth. Your starlight as well as your roots in the earth. You have to appreciate both of what you're made out of. The Father Sky, Mother Earth. The both of what you're made out of, right? We're made out of both the heavens and the earth. We are the child, right? The Father impregnated the earth, per se, right? Father Sky. And the latter has been difficult for you, partly due to the history of which you are part of, a history of negation of earth and many of its aspects. And you can see that, you know, even in, you know, how like these different religions are. They negate any sort of feminine principle, and they demonize it, right? Instead of learning how to work in tandem with it. It's not to be demonized, it's just to be understood correctly and worked with correctly, you know? But instead, you know, these different religious factions have done that instead. We have to get away from that. Continuing. A history of the negation of earth in many of its aspects. Earth has represented the lower in many of your traditional beliefs and religions. Earth also stands for nature, your instincts, the natural impulses that are present in the plant and animal kingdoms, and equally so in human beings. To understand and relate to these impulses, it has been a difficult challenge for humankind. And that book, The Way of Mastery, it touches on this. Bro, it even touches on, you know, so-called masturbation and stuff like that. It even touches on stuff like that. Like, it even goes that deep. Because the church, what they did is that they really demonized a lot of these urges. Now, I'm not saying that, because, I also talked about, like, the topic of semen retention on my channel before. But, I'm not, it's not a hard rule, right? And what the church did is that they completely said, you know what? That's completely wicked. If you even think about that, you're wicked. You got the devil on you. That's Satan. Get off me, Satan. Like, that stuff is not really like it's not a productive way to live, bro. I know I'm gonna lose a lot of people because I'm not really explaining myself right. I'm gonna leave that for another time, honestly. 2 dances to pray. To pray. What do you mean to pray? You mean like the interaction that happens between us and the earth? That's to pray? Is it? Condemning. Yeah, that's what I'm really talking about. It's just like I'm not saying I agree with it or I'm I'm telling people to do it. I'm saying that that's not my business really. Like whatever you do, that's not my business, right? It's not my business. So it's really weird to get in people's personal business like that. I just don't do stuff like that. Shalom family. Hey sister, thank you for stopping by. Like when David danced. Oh yeah, that is kind of like a prayer. Yeah, you're right about that. That is like a prayer. Anyway, humanity has fallen in love, as it were, with one aspect of its creative power, the fire in human beings, which originally comes from their starlight. Their internal sun has taken on a life of its own and has in some respects become a raging fire that is consuming and destroying life on earth. Wow. When the fire stands by itself, it does not connect with the elements of earth. Then it becomes consuming and destructive. In the human being, this fire is represented by the will. The will is located in the solar plexus, which is also where the energy toward action is located, converting inner impulses into energy of doing and manifesting. This stuff is really deep. Very beautiful day in New York. It is a very beautiful day. Clear clouds and everything, or clear skies. Let me see. Humanity has fallen in love with the possibilities that emerge from the solar plexus, doing, creating, and manipulating reality by use of the intellect and analyzing by means of thinking, and putting that analysis into action. In this way, you get a sense that you have power over the reality in which you live, over nature of which you are a part of. Which you are a part. By this attitude, humanity has actually come to stand in opposition to nature, as an acting and thinking being who believes it is able to acquire power over nature and to shape nature to its own ends. And that's really, it's a surplus of too much so-called masculine energy. And masculine energy is not, again, like, women are not the only ones who have feminine energy. Both of us have feminine and masculine energy. And the energy of wanting things done your way is masculine energy. The energy of, surrendering to destiny, that's of feminine energy. That's not what the earth is about, right? The earth does what it's told, and the Father gives the orders. So to live in conjunction with the earth means that you learn how to surrender. You know, it's about balance, really. It's not all about getting your way when you want it. And that's really what this is talking about. Product of deep hurt. It is a product of deep hurt. Indeed, that's well said. Because, you know, a lot of us, the control has been taken away, right? From a young age. And then when we finally get control, we flaunt it around. It's like, no, this is mine, right? That's like me. Like, I've yet to have, you know, a place of my own, right? A place where I can, you know, call my home, quote unquote. But when I finally get it, what am I going to act like? Right? Am I going to stay humble, or am I going to be like, no, this is mine. You can't have this. Is like, nah, bro. I can't do that. Right? That's why this is all about breaking the cycle, because everyone else is trying to push their will on everyone else. Now, what are you going to do? Are you going to join them, or are you going to break the cycle? Circle of life, unbalanced, broken. Exactly. It's a circle. You got to break that circle, and it's not a good circle. It's a bad circle. When the shaman chanted, Aya, Eheya, Aya, Heya, they would also get enlightened info as well. Interesting. I might have to try that tonight. Aya, Heya. Disillusioned, indeed. Hold on, let me change this ad.
There are spam sites, phishing scams, and other.
Okay. This has been an illusion, a dream from which you are now slowly awakening, because it has become a nightmare. You cannot rule over Earth because Earth is what carries you, what makes you possible. It is only in connecting your starlight with the energy of Earth that you can create something that is beautiful, harmonious, and viable. Now, that isn't to say that all masculine energy is wrong, not at all. It just needs to be worked with in balance with the Earth, right? So I try to use my masculine energy to help the Earth, to help creation, to fight against evil and not be evil. So I use my free will or free agency, my masculine energy, my solar plexus, to strong arm against evil. But I'm not going to strong arm against the neutral or the righteous. That's the difference. Shalom, here on my lunch break. I know you're dropping fire. You're so sweet, sister. Thank you for stopping by just for a little bit on your lunch break. You're standing in a tradition where the balance between your sun energy and your earth energy has become unbalanced. The fire has come to stand by itself, and this has had a consuming effect on the life of the planet. Even now, many of you are possessed by the fire of thinking, the fire of doing. I mean that your consciousness in everyday life is almost occupied with thinking about what you have to do and how you can bring order and structure to your life. You feel driven to control life and to make it flow in a certain direction, and that's not healthy, bro. That is not healthy. That's ruining your mental state. Like, there's just so many people who are just so damn uptight, bro. Right? Like, listen, man, I got that 3 life path energy, bro. So I really don't take life all that seriously, to be honest with you. Like, you know, I always try to find, well, how could I skimp out and you know, do what I want to do in this situation. I always do stuff like that, just so I can enjoy life a little bit more.